guys, so today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be talking about the best things about curly hair. I thought I'd do this video just because a lot of the time we can get down about having curly hair, a bit frustrated that it just doesn't conform like straight hair does, and you know, it's nice to be reminded of actually the benefits to having curly hair. I straightened my hair for nearly 20 years because that's how much I didn't want to have curly hair. But now, since I have gone natural, I am so happy to have curly hair. I can't see myself ever relaxing my hair again. I might straighten it like temporarily just to see how long it is, or just for like a special occasion or something like that, but I will never go back to having permanently relaxed hair. I think there's still a lot of people who need to be reminded about the great things about their curly hair. Maybe you are still relaxed and thinking about going natural, or maybe you have been natural for a while now and you are getting frustrated with your curly hair and you just need some reminders of why you don't want to relax it again and how cool it is to actually be a curly girl. So I've written down some points. So the first point is that it's unique. Now, okay, some people have straight hair, some people have curly hair. A lot more people have straight hair than curly hair, but it doesn't mean that there's not a lot of people with curly hair. However, everyone's curls are so different. So, you know, even with my viewers, like from the comments, I've been hearing about your specific curls and how they're different to mine or how they're similar to mine. And if you look at the curly hair YouTube world and all the different curls out there, like from 2A to 4C, there are so many different types of curls and textures and tightness. So, you know, even if you know someone with curly hair, you probably have very different curls, and a lot of the time we don't even know someone else with curly hair. So, or you don't think you know someone with curly hair because they've been straightening it all this time and have never actually worn it natural. So yeah, basically it's super unique, and they're all so different, all their curls, and that's something to celebrate. The second great thing about curly hair is that you can experiment in so many different ways. So you can have braids, you can do so many different protective styles, like you can do like box braids or like twists, or you can just do cornrows, things like that. Or you could do twist outs, braid outs, you can do wash and goes. You can even straighten your hair if you want. So you know, if you want to have straight hair like once or twice a year, you can do that. You can straighten your hair, and if you do it properly, your curls will bounce back after a couple of weeks. So you're not restricted to one look. It's so easy to change up your style. And there's so many different hairstyles you can do, even on like a wash and go. Just putting your hair up in clips and hair ties and bobby pins. You can make so many different looks with curly hair. You know, from like casual looks to more formal looks. There's just so much you can do with curly hair, and it's just, yeah, it never gets boring. The third best thing about curly hair is that you only have to wash your hair once a week. That is amazing. I mean, I can't imagine having to wash my hair more than once a week. I know maybe if you had straight hair it would be a shorter process, but still, I hear straight-haired girls complaining about how often they have to wash their hair. Like, some girls with straight hair have to wash their hair every single day. Like, I cannot imagine having to wash and dry my hair every single day. That would just do my head in. So the fact that we only have to wash our hair once a week is amazing. And some girls only have to wash their hair like every 2 weeks, depending on your hair type. So, but most curly girls can get away without washing their hair for like a whole week. So that is a really good thing. Number 4 is that your hair is also easier to dry. if you have straight hair, you have to, you have to get a hairdryer with a nozzle and a brush and like, smooth it down as you're drying it. And I just watch girls do that and I just think that looks so time consuming and difficult. But if you have curly hair, for a start, you don't even have to blow dry it. You can just let it dry naturally and it will still look good. If you have straight hair, you can't really let your hair dry naturally. Like, maybe some girls can, but most straight haired girls cannot just let their hair dry naturally. They need to blow dry it for it to look good. But if you do blow dry your curly hair, all you need to do is use a diffuser and you can just, wave it around your head and your hair will dry and it will look good. So it's really easy to dry curly hair. So number 5 is that it's actually in some ways lower maintenance than straight hair. So you only really need to style your hair once a week. So if I'm talking about if you're just doing a wash and go, or a twist out or a braid out really, or if you're doing a protective style, obviously you can leave it for weeks and weeks, but most styles you can just do once a week and then maybe through the week refresh it with a spray, re-scrunch it or something like that. But you don't need to spend a lot of time styling your hair every morning, whereas a lot of straight hair girls do have to straighten their hair every morning to keep it looking sleek and nice. Whereas us curly hair girls can just do our wash and go or a braid out or whatever it is, and then you're good to go for the rest of the week. So number 6 is that even if your hair is fine, like mine, because I have very fine hair, or you have kind of sparse hair, which my hair is quite sparse, not sparse, but it's low density, your hair kind of hides that. So if you have fine straight hair, it will be obvious that you have fine hair. Same if you have sparse hair, it will be quite obvious. But if you have curly hair, you can't really tell, like my hair is very fine. I'm pretty like medium to low density, but most of the time you can't really tell. You can only tell if I put it in like mini twists or like, braids or something like that. But if it's in a wash and go, you can't tell because the curls themselves just give me volume and they create the illusion of full and thick hair. So number 7 is that you don't have to trim as often. This might be like debatable, but I don't think you have to trim as often, because I think if you have straight hair, it's very easy to tell when you need a trim. So maybe you should trim as often, but you can't tell as much when you need a trim, because I think it takes longer for your hair to show like the ends getting split. So you don't have to trim it as often, in my opinion. You can probably get away with like once or twice a year. And also you can trim it yourself. A straight hair girl can't really trim her own hair. Well, some can, but it would be a lot harder to like do a proper job. With curly hair, you can just put it in twists and roundabout, cut a few millimeters off or whatever. Or you can even just like search and snip. I just made that term up, but you can do something like that and you can't really tell if it's uneven because it's curly. So I trim my own hair all the time, and I'm sure if I straightened it out, it would be incredibly uneven. But because my hair is curly, you can't tell. So I just trim my own hair. I never have to go to the hairdressers. I mean, you can if you want, and I probably will at some point maybe go and get a curly cut, but you don't have to. And you can maintain the health of your hair at home very easily. So the 8th and final thing that I think is really great about curly hair is that you stand out in a crowd. And I think that's just so cool, because there's been several times like in a bar or at a party situation where someone has been like, oh, the girl with the curly hair, or the girl with the cool hair, or something like that. Like, people will describe you as that girl, and it's kind of cool because it's always in a positive way, or usually in a positive way. You stand out because of your hair, and you catch people's eye. People will remember you because they'll be like, oh, that girl with the curly hair. Like, there's been so many times that I have been called cool for my hair, and I'm not a cool person, so yeah, this my hair really fools people. So those are all the things that I think are great about curly hair. There's probably more, but I planned this video quite quickly. If you can think of any other cool things about having curly hair, then please write them in the comments. I'm sure there are loads more. And let me know the things that you love about having curly hair. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this gave you a bit of a pep talk if you're thinking about straightening your hair, or you know, you're getting frustrated with your hair. Just come back to this video and it will remind you why your hair is super cool. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!